Welcome to today's deep dive, everyone. So, our mission today is pretty wild. We are going to find out if time travel is actually possible, and we're basing this on a stack of scientific papers and experimental data published right up through early 2026.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that forward time travel is already a verified reality. I mean, astronauts moving at extreme velocities already experience it through time dilation.
Right, exactly. If you want to travel forward, you just get on a fast rocket.
Yeah.
But the real puzzle, the thing that absolutely breaks our brains, is backward travel.
Well, yeah, because going backward requires bending space-time entirely back on itself into a loop. Physicists call that a closed timelike curve, or a CTC.
Okay, let's unpack this. If I actually want to walk backwards into yesterday, how do I physically twist space-time into a loop like that?
So the math points us toward these really extreme gravitational environments. Think of spinning black holes, which are described by the Kerr metric. The equations show that the rotation can literally drag space and time into those closed loops.
Wait, it can drag space and time. I always just tend to think of space-time as an empty stage, not, something you can physically drag around.
It is hard to picture, yeah. I mean,
But it's more like spinning a spoon inside a jar of honey, right? Like the
Right.
rotation of the spoon literally pulls the thick honey along with it.
that is exactly it. A spinning black hole is dragging the physical fabric of reality around itself. We call it frame dragging, and it's a very real effect.
Oh, wow.
But trying to fly a ship into a black hole's core to catch that loop would just rip you to shreds. So theorists look for a safer theoretical bridge, which would be traversable wormholes.
Hold on, though. Don't wormholes just instantly collapse? Like the older papers always say you need negative energy to hold the tunnel open, which, as far as I know, doesn't actually exist.
Right, it doesn't. And that was the massive roadblock until 2024 when the MTB model came out. That's
Oh.
Morris Thorne Buchtel.
Okay, got it.
This model actually bypasses the need for negative energy entirely by using higher-order gravitational curvature to self-support the tunnel.
That sounds a lot like a math trick. Does higher order curvature actually translate to physical reality, or is it just, fancy numbers on a chalkboard?
No, it translates to real geometry. So instead of needing some exotic anti-gravity gas to prop the tunnel open, the MTB model relies on the shape of space-time itself. Think of a stone archway.
Like the ones over an old doorway.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The physical curve of the arch provides its own structural support so it doesn't collapse. Space-time can theoretically be curved to support itself in that exact same way.
Okay, but even if the math works beautifully, I haven't seen anyone building stone archways out of space-time downtown. We obviously don't have the tech to build a macro-scale wormhole.
We definitely do not.
So does that mean backward time travel is just a dead end for us?
Not at all. Well, not if we zoom in. Since building a macro-scale MTB wormhole remains way out of reach, researchers have pivoted. If we can't bend the entire universe, we have to look at the microscopic and quantum levels.
Right.
And this brings us right to the ER equals EPR conjecture.
Okay, ER equals EPR. Break down the acronyms for me before we get totally lost.
Sure. Einstein-Rosen equals Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen. It essentially argues that quantum entanglement isn't just some spooky telepathy between particles.
Which is where two particles act as one regardless of distance, right?
Right, exactly. The math suggests they are physically stitched together by a microscopic wormhole. They actually share the exact same coordinates in space-time.
So the universe might already be this bubbling network of tiny microscopic time machines. Wait, are we actually testing this in a lab?
We absolutely are. In 2023, a team at CUNY created actual time reflections. They engineered these specialized metamaterials to rapidly change their optical properties.
What does that actually do?
It forces an electromagnetic signal to literally bounce backward in time rather than just bouncing backward in space.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because an early 2026 study in Nature Physics found this happening in something incredibly boring: window glass.
Yeah, that study was wild. They used lasers to watch the molecules inside glass as it ages.
And they discovered what, exactly?
That at a foundational level, the molecular fluctuations are entirely time reversible. The molecules shuffle in a way where forward and backward time are mathematically indistinguishable.
Wait. If the molecules in my window glass are constantly reversing time on a microscopic level, why does time still feel like a one-way street to us? Like, if my window is time traveling, why am I still getting older?
Mostly because of the scale, the arrow of time. That relentless forward march we feel. It might just be an emergent macroscopic illusion.
An illusion, really?
Yeah, it's essentially a statistical side effect of being large, messy creatures. Think about what that means for you listening right now. That ticking clock you feel pushing you forward every day isn't a fundamental law of reality.
So deep down, your past and your future are completely fluid.
Exactly. At the most fundamental level, time doesn't care which way you go.
So what does this all mean? We know forward time travel is a reality of velocity, but going backward always runs into Stephen Hawking's chronology protection conjecture.
Right, the idea that the universe has this built-in mechanism, like a cosmic protection agency, stepping in to collapse any wormhole before a paradox can happen.
The assumption has always been that the universe simply will not allow a macroscopic time machine to exist. But if the molecules in a simple pane of glass and optical circuits in our labs are already defying the forward flow of time, what if Hawking's protection agency isn't an unbreakable law of physics?
It's a huge question.
What if it's merely a temporary engineering constraint, waiting for an absurdly advanced civilization to finally break it? That strict one-way street of time might just be a detour, waiting for someone to build the right bridge.